Hey guys, welcome back and thank you so much for watching yet another Sims 4 speed build. We will be building those 2 townhomes that you saw at the beginning of this video. I also put my inspiration photo today up on the top left-hand corner of the screen so you can see what I am building, at least where I got my inspiration from for the outside of the building itself. I kind of put my own spin on it for the landscaping because it looks like this home was, or this townhome was set on like a beachfront, but I felt like it fit well in the Get Famous world because the back of the house, you'll see in a little bit when I do the garage, I'll pop that photo up back there. But the back of the house is the garage, and it has an alleyway that you drive up and park your car in. So it worked pretty well here because there's an alleyway in the back, and the grassy areas in the front just worked perfectly for this particular build because I actually wanted to do 2 townhomes on this one lot because it is a pretty big lot and these townhomes are really skinny. So I felt like it would be a lot of fun to have 2 different homes on one lot so you can have a bunch of Sims together and kind of promote like communal living, so you don't even have to like go to another lot to visit your friends. You can just have them live in the house next door and you guys can, if you're open to it, like communal living where you don't even have to knock, they can just come and go as they please and you can come and go as you'd like in their home next door. Or if that's just too much for you, you can always just lock the doors and leave it unlocked for the Sims that actually live in each home, and then they'll get to mingle outside. So anyways, it just makes for a more interesting gameplay, and that way you can have more Sims together, or even if they don't even know each other, they can just be like-minded. Maybe they all want to get famous because this is the Get Famous world. But here you can see I just popped up the back of the home on the screen and just did the garage super quick, but it's very cute. That's actually the photo that stuck out to me and why I wanted to build this house, because it's just such a cute back of the house. I didn't realize it was the back until I started, until I clicked the link, and here it is. But the front is very cute too, and I feel like I found a good swatch that resembled it. The townhomes in like the photo are different colors, but I felt like it looked really cute just keeping them the same. Just because there's not more than one, or not more than 2. There's more than one. There's 2. But since there's only 2, I felt like it made more sense to make them the same colors. So here I am. I'm just making them kind of like look the same on the outside and then make a shared backyard space in between. So instead of being in the back of the house, it's in between both of the houses. And it's kind of like a shared community space between the 2 homes. So that's really fun and makes for, like I said, some interesting gameplay, and yeah, just a whole lot that you can do here. But I'm just working on the landscaping, making it more green. This is the Vegas Green. I'm not sure if I said that right. I'm probably not. But the Vegas Green lot in the Get Famous world, and the description said that there used to be a townhome here and then it just burnt down. So I wanted to revive that townhome, but in a more modern way. So that's like the basic inspiration that sparked this idea. And yeah, I just wanted to make it more green and make it fit in with the rest of the Get Famous world for the Sims that I imagined would live here. So here we are working on some activities in the backyard. I just put some basics like a lounge area, and I changed that up in a little bit. A barbecue, some eating areas, and then I wanted to do something interesting with the pool. I knew I wanted it to be like the focal point and different from your typical pools. I wanted it to be a little bit extra. Wasn't sure what, but then I found that tile pattern and I loved it so much, but I didn't want it to be like too overwhelming. So I made the pool part smaller and then made like a separate mock jacuzzi type of thing. It's not an actual jacuzzi because I wanted it to actually be sunken into the ground. So I just sized up one of those fountains and basically made the pool shape as round as I could, and then there we go. It looks like a hot tub, and once I add those like jet things at the bottom, then it's like all bubbly and cool looking. So that was really neat. And then I just added a bar and some music and some like tanning beds, and that was basically it for the backyard. Here I am moving on to the inside. So my inspiration photos aren't there anymore just because I basically did whatever I thought would look best here. And in this house, I'm only going to show me decorating one of the houses and only do a tour for one of the houses because I'm basically just going to, I just copied the decor from the inside from this house to the outside, and then I just changed a few things here and there just to make it more personal to the Sims that lived there. But other than that, the layout is the same, and the wallpaper and floors are the same. And funny story, or interesting story, I guess. It's not very funny, but as soon as I like finished this build, I play tested it for a little bit. I made my Sims that are gonna live here, and as soon as I did that, they were very uncomfortable because of the poor decorations. So I was very like determined to figure out what it was. Like if it was, I thought it was the walls maybe, because that's what the description says. It says something about the walls, wallpaper, or the floors. It just doesn't seem right. And that's what their like uncomfortable notification description said. So I was like changing all of the floors. I changed all the wallpaper and did different combinations, but then I realized because there's two houses on one lot, maybe they could sense that the other home wasn't decorated yet. I didn't have any wallpaper or any floors in the other home. I didn't have any furniture or anything. I basically just locked those doors and treated it as like in city living, like an empty apartment next door that you can't see into yet and you can't enter. So I treated it like that just because I basically just wanted to like play test it before I fully made the second house exactly like that. But yeah, I've never done this before, and apparently they could sense the second home there since it's on the same lot. So I had to basically decorate and furnish the whole second house, and then they were so happy with everything. So I ended up changing the wallpaper and the floors off camera for no reason because it was fine. I actually ended up like going through the No CC gallery art too. I downloaded a bunch of different art because I thought maybe they just did not like the artwork or something, and I filled like every blank wall space with art or decor or anything or plants. No empty space, like way more than usual. And then I tried the opposite, like minimal, and they just weren't having it until I figured out, you know, that it was obviously the empty second home. I should have figured it out much earlier, but it took me a good minute. So once I figured that out, I, you know, deleted some of the art and kept only what I wanted, of course. And I actually ended up really liking the wallpaper that I chose, the second wallpaper that I changed it to, and the other floors that I changed it to. So it's still going to be hardwood floors and still going to be like a lighter colored wallpaper, but it's going to be like an actual wallpaper with like the dark wood and then a lighter color above, I guess. So you'll see that in the tour at the end. It's not a huge difference. You might not have even noticed it if I didn't say this mishap hiccup of a story, but yeah, that was interesting. I was just like so stressed trying to figure it out because I didn't want to upload it to the gallery or do the whole video without it actually, I didn't want to make your Sims uncomfortable or my Sims to be uncomfortable. So glad I figured that out. and it ended up working out for the better anyways. But as I was telling that story, I started on the inside, on the interior of this home, and yes, my Sims are happy with how it's decorated, and oh gosh. But yeah, here I am just adding some artwork here and there, adding some clutter. There's like 2 living room areas, so I actually didn't even know what the difference was between like a living room and a greater room, but apparently greater rooms have like an open ceiling. Didn't know that. And they're used for more like recreation too, and you know, family gatherings, entertainment, studying, like multi-purpose, whereas a living room apparently is dedicated to just watching TV. So the entry living room area is the technical living room. So that's just more basic, has your TV, and you can just lounge and watch TV in there. And it's just, you know, a pretty lighter, more feminine room as you walk in, because this house, this townhome has just 3 girls living in there. There's 3 bedrooms, each have their own bedroom. But in the second townhouse, I put 2 boys and 1 girl. So I make that one a little bit more neutral in the living room area. But this grand room, yeah, is more neutral. So that's basically the same in both townhomes. And then this garage, I really wanted them to have a lot of like workspace and for any crafts that they might have, and have room for tools. And I figured one of the Sims could be like a florist as one of their hobbies. So this is about the point in the build where I started to think about who I wanted to live here. So I definitely knew one of them. I actually started building this for my self-Sim's daughter. If I were to have a daughter, that would be her. And she got like suspended from college because I didn't know that you had to not only like do your homework and attend class on time, but you also have to get your skills up for the class that you're taking. She had a photography class, and her photography skill wasn't as high as it needed to be at the end of the class, so she got suspended. Didn't want her to have to move back home, and I wanted her to have that like dorm lifestyle kind of vibe still, so that is why I thought this communal townhome build would be perfect for her. So this is her new home. I had designed this with her in mind, or chose this build with her in mind. And so I already knew what she would need. She needed a lot of music stuff because she's famous from like writing her own songs and doing YouTube videos and posting on social media, all of that stuff. She loves working out. She loves, you know, dancing and all of that fun stuff. So I got all of those basics in here for her. But I also had to think about 2 new Sims that she would live with. And so I figured one would be like a florist and a makeup artist for like actresses and stuff on set. So that's one of them. And the second one would just be like very into herself and a hardcore actress, or aspiring actress, I should say. Because she's not quite there, but she feels like she is. So that's kind of the personalities that I had in mind. So I'm working on the first bedroom right on time, and this is for the makeup artist, florist, artist, all 3 of those things. She's into art, makeup artist, and flowers. So that was her room. I gave her like her own vanity and then her own fancy bedroom, her own fancy bathroom, excuse me. And now I'm working on the upstairs bathroom, and I was really excited about this one because I knew from the get-go that I wanted it to be like a shared larger master bath connecting the 2 larger, or just one, the master bedroom and the second bedroom upstairs on the 3rd floor. Oh yeah, this build has 3 floors, by the way. I've never done a 3-story home or townhome before, so that was interesting, but it felt like it was very big to furnish, but it was necessary for, I think, the Sims and the activities that they needed here. But this bedroom is for my sim self's daughter. And so I chose all of like the mid-century modern furniture for her that came with the Get Famous pack, because that is what I'd imagine she likes. And yeah, that was that. But the shared bathroom is kind of fun because it's like there's like the main bathroom space where you just get ready, and the dual sinks, and a counter space with a vanity, and like all the towels and laundry that you would need. But then there's like a separate entry for the toilet with a divider, and then to the right of that there's the walk-in shower and the bathtub. So I felt like that was like my dream bathroom, and very nice how it turned out. So let me know what you think. But here I am working on the last bedroom, and this is for the sim that's like the aspiring actress. My gosh, I cannot say that word. But yeah, this is her room. So she has a lot of shoes and like the over-the-top closet that came with Get Famous, and just gave her that city living bed because the over-the-top Get Famous bed was just a little much for me. And moving on to the third seating area in the house, just because they don't want to go all the way back downstairs and they just want to cozy up by the fireplace or enjoy the view outside. And then at the end, I'm just making some final last minute changes with the artwork because it was a little too much having all the instruments. So I found some cool no CC gallery art. But that is about it. Here's the tour. I hope you guys enjoyed this build and hope you enjoy the tours so much. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And until then, we'll see you next time.